All right, guys. How are you guys doing? It's Tuesday. Time for our live at 5. And super excited to be chatting with you guys today. We're going to talk a little bit about Easter. So I'm not actually going to do a full demo, although I could probably do some eggs really quick. Let me get some eggs and I'll do that really quick. Let's see. So we are coming up on Easter holiday, and so the traditional thing to make during Easter is, of course, Easter eggs. And while these are cooking, I will go ahead and give you guys some other tips, but we're gonna go ahead and use the pressure cooker. The pressure cooker is actually gonna be like your big time hero when you're prepping your Easter food, because it's gonna save you so much time. So let's start with eggs. I would say a couple of days before Easter, maybe even a day, 2 days before Easter, you can go ahead and cook some eggs. I'm gonna go ahead and cook all of these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 eggs. Finish these off. But I'm putting them in a little basket here. I could use this little basket too. It comes in a set, but I'm just gonna put it in the basket right here. We need to add a cup of water. So when you steam your eggs, pressure cook your eggs, this is what I did last week, but I thought I'd show you guys again, just start to finish, how easy it is. So let me move this back a little bit so you guys can get a better view, okay? We're gonna turn this on buttons back here. Put the lid on, that would be probably kind of helpful, huh? So, and facing the right direction. I don't have my apron on, but it would say pampered, not perfect, right? All right, so with this, we're gonna turn it to egg. There's a preset here for eggs, but I don't want it to go for the whole 12 minutes. So I'm just gonna rotate this down till it says 9, and then I'm gonna press and hold, and it says run, okay? So had a big party at our house this weekend, and I used the pressure cooker to make rice, and then I didn't push run, so all the food was out except for the rice. So anyway, okay, well, that's getting started. Let me back up a minute. My name's Jennifer. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'm a Pampered Chef Consultant, been a Pampered Chef Consultant for 25 years, and I love teaching you guys how to save time and money in your kitchen. I love helping you make new recipes. I love helping you not be afraid of being in your kitchen or be overwhelmed by being in your kitchen. And so that's just my favorite thing to do. So that's what we're doing here today. So Easter's coming up, and so Easter's kind of a big food holiday. I mean, it's a big holiday, especially if you're Christian. It's the day that we celebrate that Jesus rose from the dead. So, but if you're not, and maybe you have a day off, or you just want to go and be involved in a big dinner, then this is a good time to do it. So I love Easter dinner. Easter dinner is traditionally ham. People always ask me like, oh, do you do ham for Christmas or, Thanksgiving? No, we do ham for Easter. So don't ask me why. I could probably research it, but I don't know off the top of my head. So, but we have a big ham. And so I posted in my Foodie Friends group today on Facebook. I posted, and if you want that link, just comment and I'll give you that link. But if you're on Facebook, then that group is linked. You can go in there and see. I always post at least 5 or 6 recipes a month that have to do with like whatever's happening this month, or maybe just a random National Food Day. But today I posted a brown sugar ham recipe that you can do in your pressure cooker. So your pressure cooker can really, really take a load off at any holiday. So things I like to do in my pressure cooker when I'm preparing for a large meal. Potatoes, that's a big one. Ham and mashed potatoes, or even if you're just gonna have some roasted potatoes, you can totally do them in here. So whether you're doing sweet potatoes or yellow potatoes, you can put them in here. I chunk them up. You can peel them if you peel them, but I put them in here and cook them. It takes about 5 minutes to cook them. And it's so much faster than putting them in boiling water and then having the boiling water come over and the starchy mess and all of that stuff. You just don't even have to deal with that. I love using these baskets because they really help to make it easy to lift the food out. Other things you can steam in these baskets are like shrimp. So let's say you're gonna have a shrimp appetizer. You could do that shrimp a day or 2 before, steam it in there, and then keep it in the fridge so that it's nice and cold when it's time to put it out. one of the other things about the pressure cooker is that it allows you to do some food prep ahead of time. I always make my mashed potatoes the day before, okay? And then I can put my dish in the microwave or in the oven to heat it up. I always do, a lot of times I'll do my rice the day before if we're having like some kind of rice or something. But I do any of my potatoes the day before, do a lot of prep the day before. So that's gonna help you as well. So for Easter, you're gonna talk about dyeing eggs, right? So if you have a set of prep bowls, you are gonna get to use these suckers because you can put your little egg dye in here. It's 1 cup, it's perfect. Everybody knows what color the dye is because if you put them in a coffee cup, sometimes you don't know what color the coffee is. But I love the prep bowls. That's also another big help when it comes time to food prep is you can cut up, like if you want to sprinkle with some green onions on the top of something, cut them up, put them in the prep bowl, stick them in the fridge, okay? You can do all that food prep the day before. It's a Saturday before Easter, so we have this whole day that we can prep beforehand to get ready. If you're gonna do like a brown sugar glaze, you can go ahead and make that, put it in your prep bowl, set it to the side, have it ready, so when your stuff comes out, you can put your brown sugar glaze on your ham or on your carrots or whatever. So speaking of carrots, our Rapid Prep Mandolin is a fantastic tool to use to prep your carrots. You can cut them into little matchsticks carrots for a salad, or you can cut them into slices, or you can cut them into like French fry carrots for a dip. Okay, so super, super fun. So, but your pressure cooker, like I said, big help for day before. Now, when it comes to making, so let's say you're making a potato salad and you cook those potatoes ahead of time, then you get your potato salad all ready and you're gonna serve it. So that's where something like our cool and serve dishes are gonna come into play. Now, it's still really chilly here in Colorado, but I know that down south it's not. They're talking about getting to be 80 degrees this weekend. So your cool and serve day, your cool and serve bowls are gonna be a big help. So like I said, we had a big party this weekend. So we had some cream cheese dips out and we had some guacamole out. And so I made enough guacamole to fill this whole thing, you guys, that everybody ate it all. And so we filled this whole cool and serve bowl. And then in my fridge, I just put some saran wrap over the top of this and stuck this in my fridge. It was a little bit of a lower profile. I could slide it right in. And then you put the cool insert right here, stick it in, then it stays cool so that guac could stay cold. So I'll show you on the smaller one. I have the insert in the smaller one. These lids snap tight so you don't have to worry about leakage or spillage. If you're going somewhere else, they have a little gasket right here so you're not going to have that leakage. But it's just a simple little insert. So this is a small insert that goes in here. The insert that fits in the small cool and serve tray actually fits in here as well. It's the same size. So when you're gonna pull it out, it has a little place for your finger to pull it out. Put your dip in here, and then, oops, let me get that in there correctly. You got this in here, super, super easy. You can put it out, take it to a party, put it out. You can put your coleslaw in here. You can put your, like I said, a dip in here. You could put, what else might you put in here? Potato salad, pasta salad, a regular salad, whatever. It's going to keep it nice and cool. So I had those on the wrong side. Then there is a side that it goes on so it snaps nice and tight. Okay, so this is the cool and serve. So we also have, these are the cool and serve bowls, but then we also have the cool and serve dishes, okay, or trays. So this is the small cool and serve tray. And I love this because it stores, the lid stores upside down like this so you don't lose it. I think it's the same thing for this. And then when you take the lid off, it snaps right off, you put it in here and it fits right here so that when you're at a party, you can just set the lid on it and it's not gonna slide around. The lid's gonna be right there. You're not gonna go off. Nobody's gonna accidentally throw it away. It's just gonna be right there, very easy. So this is the same kind of concept. You have the tray here. It has a circle in the middle and then 2 wells on the side. And then you've got this tray, which is your cooling insert. So I've used this for lots of different things. If I didn't want to use the tray, I've set stuff right on top of here. When I've made a small batch of deviled eggs. I can put those right on top of here and I don't have to worry about it, but you can use the tray as well. It's good for a veggie tray. So it's good for a like a taco night. When there's just 3 of us here that live at the house. So a lot of times I'll do taco night and put, you know, lettuce and tomato and cheese on one whole side because that's how much cheese everybody eats, and then maybe some salsa in the middle or guacamole or something like that. So another thing that we use for parties is our serving trays. So we have 3 different serving trays. This is the entertaining tray set. It comes in a set, but these are great because let's say you want to make some appetizers, you could put them on here. Or let's say you go ahead and slice up your ham and you put it on this large tray. It can go in the oven to stay warm. These are stoneware. They're glazed all the way around and they go in the dishwasher. So easy cleaning, and they're so pretty and they're really neutral. So they look great with everything, all the decor. They look really great with all the decor. But I love this. A lot of times we'll do, like we did a veggie tray on one, and then we did like a sweet tray on another. We had some fruit and stuff. And then we have a round like chip and dip tray. It's round and it has a bowl that goes in the middle. And that's actually what we did the fruit on. And so we put the fruit into varying colors all the way around and we put the fruit dip in the middle. So lots of different things. I love using the trays because again, especially if you're doing a veggie tray, you can prep that a day early and then set it out that night, okay? So just lots of things that you can do to help yourself get ready and save some time when you're having a party, a big party or a big get together. So Easter's no different. I mean, Easter's kind of crazy. You get home from church, then you have this big dinner. There's a lot of expectation always with big dinners. And another tip that I'll tell you is if you're having people come over, a lot of times what we do is whoever's hosting does the main dish. So they'll do the ham, they'll do the turkey, they'll do whatever the main thing is, and then we have everybody who's coming bring some sides, okay? It helps to make light work out of hosting and helps to make it a little bit easier. And then you can kind of assign size, like do you want desserts, do you want something different? So I will tell you in the thinking about desserts, another good tip for having a lot of people over is doing desserts that are easy to make ahead. So maybe you do brownie bites and you kind of push down the middle and drop some candies in there, like some little Easter eggs or something, or do some no-bake cookies or something that you can do ahead of time, or make a pie, you can make it ahead of time and have that stuff done early, have it done ahead of time. Another thing that I like to do is individual. I love to use my brownie bite pan because I can make little cakes individual. I can make little Rice Krispie treats individual in my in any one of my baking pans, a muffin pan or whatever. That's actually kind of fun to do, is put them in the muffin pan, press down with the back of a spoon or a scoop. And then you can, like I said, put some of those little robin eggs in there, and then you've got like a little bird's nest. It's a great fun recipe for Easter. So, and that's easy. You probably have most of the ingredients to do that at home. If not, you can run to the store, Rice Krispie treats, marshmallows, butter, super easy, bag of candy, done. So don't put the candy in till the stuff has cooled, because Rice Krispie treats are warm when you're fixing them. Wait till it's cool till you stick the candy in there so it doesn't melt. So anyway, lots of great ideas, So I wanted to keep this short. I do have a pinned comment that says Easter Eggs 101. I know it's from last time, but this way I wanted to help you again with the Easter egg thing. Now, if you don't have a pressure cooker and you're like, Jen, I don't have a pressure cooker, I can't do any of what you just told me, steaming your eggs is still a really great idea, okay? A lot of times we drop them in a pan of boiling water, they bounce around, they get cracked and everything. You can still steam your eggs even if you don't have a pressure cooker. So how would you do that? A couple different ways. If you've been a Pampered Chef fan for a while and you have our pan with the steamer insert, that works great, okay? If you have a steamer insert that'll sit in a pan, fantastic. You just put some water in there. Make sure you don't boil your pan dry. So an example, I'll show you an example of that. An example of that would be, with this is our steam and saute pan. It has a removable handle, but this is a steamer basket right here. So this is perfect for steaming wonton wrappers, but also you can steam eggs as well. It has a lid that comes with it. No clue where the lid is. I mean, I know it's down there. I'm not going to dig for it, but there's a lid that goes with it. You would put the water in here, and you would and have it to boil. Keep it on low, so it's just continuing to boil. It takes about 15 minutes for the eggs to cook. They come out really nice. They separate really easily. Give them that 3-minute ice bath. You will not have to worry about the eggs not separating from the yolk. That's another big thing. If you have, I know my mom had, and Pampered Chef used to carry this a long time ago, one of those little satellite dishes that you stick in the bottom of a bowl. That'll keep it up so you can steam like broccoli or something like that. You can do eggs in there too. It's the same kind of thing. It would be more of a small batch thing, but you could definitely do it. Anything where you could get the water down there and have it raised up, if you have a pan that allows for that. Okay, and then a lid on it. You want to be able to put a lid on it. So those are some things, but steaming your eggs is a great way. Now, I've also heard of people, I've never tried this, so this is not a guarantee. I've heard of people doing it. If you've done it before, comment below, but putting their eggs, like taking the whole egg, dropping it in a muffin pan and stick it in the oven, or doing them in the air fryer. Okay, you wouldn't put a muffin pan in the air fryer, but I've heard of people air frying their eggs whole and getting that same result. I've never tried it though, so I would definitely caution you and tell you to Google it and get some proof or get some examples before you go and try that. But that's another way to kind of utilize a tool in your kitchen that is maybe not getting worked out as much for you to do that. Now, speaking of your air fryer, we have a great air fryer. It's like a mini oven. I haven't showed it in a while, but it's a great tool for demo. I mean, it has a million features. But your air fryer, even if you're using one that has a little basket, or you're using one like ours that has a rotisserie basket and stuff, cooking your green beans in the air fryer is a really big help. So you can toss them with a little bit of oil, salt, pepper, maybe if you want to make a soy sauce or have some kind of sesame or ginger on there, whatever you like to season them, go ahead and toss those in there, put them in the air fryer for like 15 to 20 minutes. They come out absolutely perfect. And I love this because and I like to cook them a little bit longer because I want them a little bit crispy. I would never cook them longer like that in the pan, but I love to cook them so that they're a little bit crispy. But that is a great way to cook your beans, and you can be having it going at the same time you're doing some other things. Now, traditionally, for Easter, I always made my green beans with a little bit of oil, salt, pepper, and or butter, and cooked them in a pan, and just cooked them until they were, good to eat. Taste testing along the way, right? And then I would add some slivered almonds in there and brown those almonds, and then that would be my side dish. So that's really easy, especially in any non-stick pan. You can cook that stuff really, really simple. Let's see how much time we have left here. 1 minute. I have to come up with 1 more minute of things to say. So couple things. I'll just take a minute to tell you what's on special this month. So when you host a party this month, you can get, you can choose the air fryer. I mean, this is not air fryer. You could choose the multi-cooker, 50% off. You could choose the air fryer, 50% off. You could choose the entertaining platter, 50% off. You could choose the Cool and Serve, 50% off, okay? But we also have some extra bonuses for hosts. That's any month. Any month you can choose any item 50% off when you host a party. But this month in April, there it is. We're gonna let it sit for a minute. This month in April, our hosts actually have 2 little bonuses. One is an extra $100. They get an extra $100 free with their free stuff when they have a $650 show. So my average show is around $800 or $900. So not a problem if we work together and you have a great show. So we have an extra $100, which means if you had a $650 show, you would have $215 in free instead of $115. So that's pretty good. And then also you can choose we have 20 pieces and sets of cookware on sale, 60% off, and you can choose one of those. So it might be a whole set of cookware, it might be a smaller set of cookware. You can choose those as your 60% off item when you host a party in April. So it's a really good deal. I love it. I hope that you guys will think about hosting a party. It's super fun, it's super easy. I do most of the work. I give you all the tools that you need, everything that you need. Your job is to invite your friends. That's pretty much it. And I tell you exactly how to do that as well. So most of my hosts, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, I had a couple of parties where one host got $540 in free product. Another host got, I don't know, $300 in free product. And then I had a party last minute. She texted me on Tuesday and said, hey, is it too late to do a party? We did it. And she had, gosh, I don't even know. I haven't looked at her order to see how much she got for free, but she got a ton for free as well. It was like $1,900 party. So at least $300, $400 in free. So anyway, it is a great way to get stuff that you want for free when you host a party, or if you just want to try out some new recipes. And then we also, if you're like, I'm not really into parties, I don't really like to ask my friends to host parties, think about doing a fundraiser. I love this time of year. We do lots of fundraisers. We've got sporting teams that are getting together and they're raising money for travel or for uniforms or equipment or whatever. We've got kids that are going on mission trips, and so we are raising money for those kind of things. And maybe it's not even a small fundraiser. Maybe you want to raise money for it's your birthday coming up and you want to raise money for a national fundraiser. We can do that as well. Lots of different things we can do. Super easy, super fun. Feel good about it. Feel good about your Pampered Chef purchase, because up to 15% is going towards that organization. So anyway, all right, guys, let's pull this out. Oh, we need to release the steam. So I'm going to stand over here, push it, gives you time to get out of the way. That steam is going to release. So I love the fact that our button to release the steam is on the front. It's not anywhere near this over here. You're not going to burn yourself. Once the steam is done releasing, then I'll push the stop the X button down here. It's right over here. Push that button and it will drop this down, and the little red thing in the back, little red indicator in the back will come down, and we will be able to open this up. So it sounds like the steam's almost done. Nope, not done yet. I thought maybe it was done, but there's still enough left. So the reason I didn't do a whole recipe, I'm gonna fill you guys in on why I didn't do a whole recipe. We had this big party this weekend. We had a lot of people there. It fell down, so I can go ahead and push stop. We had a whole bunch of people at the house. I cooked everything pretty much for everybody for the party, and I was just brain dead. My last bit of family left today, and for some reason I thought it was Monday all day, and didn't realize that we had the live today. So I had in my list of things to do that we were going to do eggs, and I don't know why I put that in there, that we were going to do eggs, because we did eggs last week, but that's what I'm sticking with. So these are warm. So I'm going to go ahead and use a towel here, and I'm just going to crack it. Okay. You can see I didn't even give it an ice bath or anything, but you can see it's really warm. You can see how easy it is to peel this. The egg peel is not stuck to the egg at all. Steaming your eggs is literally the best way to cook them. It's really hot, you guys, so. Get a little cutting board here. Luckily, it comes off super easy. I'm gonna run it under some cold water so I can at least touch it for a second, because the egg is so warm. Look at that, we've got a whole big piece of egg there. All right. And then I'll take a little knife, one of our little paring knives. I'll cut it in half so you guys can see. 9 minutes is just about perfect, because The yolk is not gray around the edges. So hopefully you guys can see that. It's still super hot to the touch. I definitely cannot touch it and hold on to it. Anyway, so super easy to do. You guys can do this. I would recommend letting your eggs cool before you try to cut them or prep them or anything. But using a pressure cooker to cook your eggs is going to save you tons of time. Using a pressure cooker to help you prepare a large meal like Easter or Thanksgiving is going to save you a lot of time. Oh, and how cool is it that this sits in the back right here? All right, guys, I hope you have a great day. Have a great Easter. Join the Foodie Friends group. There are some recipes coming in this week. And just as a bonus, I'll go ahead and add some more of my favorites just as an album. Okay? Talk to you soon. Bye.